If you want to get as much pussy as we do, I suggest you shop at KruesiOriginals.com. Alright, here we are, Ryan Kruesi Originals. Today, we're installing the new Stealth exhaust for the 2014 and up Sportster. Just came out, this is the very first one. And with their new muffler, look at this bad son of a bitch. So we're about to install this thing on Richard's bike and see how she fits. This is going to be the first install of one of these new pipes, I believe. Could be talking out my ass, but we did. This is the bike that got prototyped for the pipe to be built on. The Stealth pipes, the original ones are made out here in Phoenix by our fabricators, and then they manufacture them and blah 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 blah. But this is the OG, first one in manufacturing. I also got to do a bunch more work to put a Sportster exhaust on than I do to put a goddamn Dyna exhaust on. But thankfully, Richard's Fab 28 here is held together real solid. It should be an easy removal. So first thing you got to do is cut whatever this shit is off. There we go, baby. It's tight like a tire, I tell you. Man. Okay, that's some tiny pipe there. One thing that this pipe and the Fab 28 have in common is the O2 sensors are in the way of the rear bolt. Makes it a little bit of a bitch. Not nearly as bad as the Dyna. I am a fan of Fab 28 pipes. They do make good stuff. Jay is a good dude. This one's had some serious abuse. How long have you had this pipe, Rich?
4 years.
4 years. How many wrecks?
Oh, good wrecks or wrecks in general?
Just wrecks in general.
About 4 or 5.
Held up pretty good. This is the bike that got yard saled in the video that we used for the advertisement for our cages. Piece of something fell out of her. That's just Richard's dignity. You gotta pull the O2 sensors out. You pull that O2 sensor out for me? Don't break it.
Do not break it.
Maybe hit her with a little WD or something.
Bobby Bags.
Bobby Bags.
Bobby Bags.
You guys may know his brother, Billy Bands.
Billy Bands.
Kind of had a feeling this was going to happen. God damn it, Richard. So this job just got a lot harder. We got studs here. When your bike is this fucking filthy, things are going to get all welded together. It's just part of keeping it clean. We're going to change out the exhaust gaskets as well, because anytime you put an exhaust on, you should put new gaskets in it. I'm going to put some new gaskets in it. I'm going to put a fucking exhaust stud in it now. I'm going to put anti-seize on the exhaust studs, because you should always anti-seize exhaust studs so that the nuts don't weld themselves to the exhaust stud and then pull the exhaust stud out like that. What's up, man? I'm going to do this old school here. These come with flange nuts. That's what you're supposed to have in your exhaust, a flange nut, not a fucking goofy nut. So I'm going to lock these two together like two dogs fucking. These my thighs. Red Loctite the fuck out of this part of it that's going in the head. Only the part that's going in the head. Not the part that goes to the fucking exhaust. That does not take Loctite. I don't feel very good. Richard might be spending the night. I have an actual stud installer also, that I've never used before. I always forget about it until I'm digging through my toolbox and I'm like, man, I have an exhaust stud installer. I should have used that the last 700 times I fucking double nutted exhaust studs into a head. I've also never used that exhaust stud installer, so I honestly don't really even know how. I bought it, probably paid $100 for it. I bottomed that out like Richard's old lady. Woohoo!
Thanks, Pop. Appreciate it.
That's how you keep getting them pregnant, ain't it? That's
Well, I got 4 kids.
4 kids. Richard be bottoming out like an exhaust stud all day long. Okay. Now that I easily installed that nut there, I'm going to put anti-seize on the threads of these studs. These are one of the things that do not take Loctite and Harley Davidson. Anti-seize. You don't want these things. They take a lot of heat and they rust because they're just raw steel. You don't want them rusting, and you don't want them fucking welding themselves together. First, I'm going to put some exhaust gaskets in. I like to pull them open a little bit so they fit nice and tight. Okay, there's the old head pipe set. You got to pull the flanges off. No, I don't, because this is a fucking stealth. Oh, so awesome. Comes with flanges already installed. That alone is glorious. What the fuck?
Oh, that pulled.
God damn it. Well, we'll just run that like it is. This is also something you put anti-seize on. A very, very minimal amount of anti-seize. And you can't use aerosol anti-seize. It has to be brush style. Aerosol, for some reason, fucks up the O2 sensor. This one already has the reducer on it. It just came out because somebody didn't anti-seize it when they put it in.
4 years ago.
Apparently I can't thread left-handed. There we go. When children cry. Alright. This is the adapter. It comes with the kit, so you can run both sizes. Which is nice about Stealth. Like, we just put a Thunder Max. We just built a M8 motor and a Lowrider S. And we put a Thunder Max in it, and he had a Cobra exhaust on it, which Cobra makes a good exhaust, but Cobra doesn't have this, the adapter. They just have the small ones for late model and the big ones for early model. So if you want to run a Thunder Max, you have to have the big ones because they run a wideband O2 sensor. But if you have a Cobra, you can't run a wideband O2 sensor. So I had to do some fab work to this dude's exhaust. It turned into quite the bitch. I had to buy a $50 tap. So that being said, I wouldn't buy Cobra for that one reason right there. Other than that, really great exhaust. If you're not going to run a Thunder Max or ever going to run a Thunder Max, don't worry about it. If you're going to build your motor in your M8, really any fuel injected bike, you should run a Thunder Max. So you get a rev limiter. Yeah, available at KruesiOriginals.com, your one-stop shop for all your cool guy needs. Fucking flows like wine. This is it. So it's hotter than shit out here. Stealth's new 14 and up Sportster pipe, available at KruesiOriginals.com. Have it on the website. I'll put a link down below if you want to get it. This is also with our new muffler. This muffler will also be available on our website for all the other Stealth pipes as well. If you want to upgrade to this muffler, we are going to be running this one right now. I'm gonna fire it up. We'll let it run through its like high idle cycle, and then we'll flick it a couple times. Sounds really good. Sounds performance. It's not cackly. It's got more of a deeper tone. Trying to heat up a little bit. Burn my hand grease off there. I just cleaned the pipe and everything. Yes, once again, thoroughly impressed with Stealth exhaust. They're my favorite. I got one of these coming from Medina. As soon as I saw that muffler, I'm like, yo, Steve, what's up, dog? Get one of them. don't take very good care of his motorcycle. That's how loose the chain was right there.
The pipe looks good though.
Pipe looks damn good.